Hello and welcome. Today's exciting episode it's a prep day. I'm getting everything ready. There's lots of starting to do things so that I'll be able to get all the episodes done.
It's perfect. 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 Perfect jacket.
I still have all the unfinished things on the rack that I could be getting on with, but I really need to do a jacket episode. I haven't done one in ages. So these are the contenders, and yeah, the denim Italian tweed is back in the mix because I just couldn't bear to pop that away. So these are the ones that I want to get made. Obviously, time is linear. I'm not going to get to them all, but and there's also the velvet, the it reminds me of the Kandinsky paintings in the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. Just the colors are just so magnificent, and I think I'm going to put red beads on that one, probably just because I don't know, I've got loads of red beads that I never seem to use on anything else, and they would just sing on that one. It just looks so beautiful. Anyway, let's clear these all away because I still have to cut out the structural layers. The way I'm making jackets at the moment is I sort of make the shell, structural layer as a shell, and then I drape the tweed over the top and I hand stitch them together. So to do that, here we go. I've cleared my bench, wiped it down, and this what happens when you do too much beading. Your bench gets all pockmarked. Anyway, so I had 10 yards of this netting that I used for the structural layer, and I cut out all the pieces. So center front, front side, back side, and then the outer arms, and then the undersleeve. So yeah. So what I have to do is turn them into shells. So this is the front left and front right. So the center front to the side front on the left and then on the right. So I did that for all 7 of them. Oh my gosh. And then you have to sew the seam to the side as well. And it just sort of, it's like this hard shell now, which is good, but it just takes so long. And then I did the same for the back. So it's the center back and 2 side backs. And because I'm doing heavy beading, I sewed the sleeves. Because I'm doing heavy beading, there's 2 layers. So I have to pin the 2 layers together. Then I have to sew them together. So now, after I did all 7 of them, then I had to stack them as 7 sets. So I'm just showing you how I did it. So I put the back down, and then I put the 2 inside center fronts, and then I put the left front and the right front on top. This is me all just doing the prep. I'm still nowhere near ready to make a jacket. And then I put the undersleeve, and then I put the 2 sleeves, and then I pin all of those pieces together. And then I had to do that 7 times. And there we go. Now I am finally ready to start the first jacket. So obviously, it took me just so completely long to do all that because I had to cut out all the bits. And yeah, netting is very difficult to cut. And wow, I spent hours upon hours doing all that, and stupid me, I took like 2 seconds of footage at each stage. So yeah, that's it. Oh my goodness, I cannot express to you how much hard work that was. Anyway, so I made the patchwork dress last episode. That's what you saw. And these are the 3. I think I talked about them, but I didn't show you. So I've already cut them out and they're in order. So the top one is going to be the front of the bodice. And then with the teal and dark green one, I added some teal fabric, and this one I added that sort of coral colored fabric, and you can see the teal one has the teal with lemons on it. And this is going to be the fabric for the Christmas/holiday dress, and this is going to be the New Year's Eve dress. It's the New Year's Eve episode is a gold jacket, but the day before that, because I need to go dress jacket, because dresses take less time. I'm going to have the fun fairground one because it's got, there are fireworks going off in the background. So hopefully you'll be able to see that once it turns into a dress. I was going to do the gold tweed for New Year's Eve, but I think I'm going to save the gold sequins because everyone who makes anything out of sequins always complains about it on Instagram and YouTube. And I've got an old vintage, sturdy old machine. So mine's pretty good about working with sequins. And also I do it really slowly. So it, touch wood, I haven't had any problems, but everyone else complains so much that I'm kind of worried that I've just lucked out until now. But I think I've just been careful. So yes, the gold sequins are definitely at the bottom of the pile. I'll do that one last and do all the other ones first. I know everyone's absolutely dying to see the Egyptian tweed, and I will try and get that started, but I think that the really expensive, delicate ones take a lot of time to hand sew. So I might have to do one of the more sturdy tweeds first and just, get a jacket under my belt and then give me a little bit of lead time to do a difficult one. Because making these jackets takes forever. Well, beading them takes like a forever. But even just making the jacket, ugh. And I came across these. I was trying to find a specific bit of tweed to do the insert the lining for a jacket, and so I got out the scraps bag. This is the most expensive scraps. Oh my gosh, these are the Chanel tweeds. Well, not this one here, the other ones. I'll show you them again later. Because of the shape of the pieces, you usually end up with just this tiny square that isn't really usable for anything. But I've kept them anyway, just in case, I don't know, maybe a patchwork jacket. It doesn't really work to do patchwork with tweed. But I thought maybe I could make a miniature handbag. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love beading the jackets, but it takes forever. And also, when you do a jacket, I sort of go through this process where I choose, 3 or 4 different options and then I go with one option. But yeah, all those, the multiverse, all the other jackets that I've dreamed up a design for, I sometimes want to do them too. So yeah, I keep all the leftover tweeds and I'm like, see that green one on the end, for example? I ended up doing just gold on the finished jacket, just gold beads and gold sequins. But yeah, I originally wanted to do sort of teal and dark green. So now that I have that bit of tweed, I'm like, I could make a handbag and do the beading on that. And this was supposed to be a gingerbread house. It was supposed to look like a gingerbread house, but then I just got completely distracted with using thousands and thousands of beads. And yeah, I have a tiny bit of the gingerbread tweed left, enough to make a mini Lady Dior. Because, yeah, I've always loved the embellished ones of those. Hang on a sec. I'll go on Pinterest and try and find some pictures. Oh, I love the back of this. It's so gorgeous. Here we go. Lady Dior handbag. So even if you didn't know the name, you know it. It's an iconic shape. And for the longest time, that's the kind of bag that I was going to do. But on Instagram, there's this person, Miller Textiles, and they make these beautiful handbags, and they're very handmade, and the hand beading and all the designs are their own, and they're just amazing. But the point is, I would never copy anyone else's designs or anything like that, but the point is they're very they look very organic and very handmade, and I'm like, actually maybe I had to put this photo in. It's Jean-Paul Gaultier from ages ago now. There's this leather handbag that looks like palm leaves. Anyway, I've got it on my Pinterest page and also on my Instagram. I'm just so in love with it. Anyways, for the longest time, I thought I would do a Lady Dior style one. But now I'm thinking maybe something more organic, like this one is an oval shaped one. And on Instagram, this is real. It's really popular. It's gone viral, of someone who like hole punched bits of a water bottle and then sewed them to a bag. I'm not going to do anything recycled or copy anyone else's idea. I just like the silhouette of the bag. It looks really easy to carry. And this is a Chanel one. I just love the Lesage tweed. It's hand strips of organza, silk organza, woven together. But I really love this one here. It's pearls on a Lady Dior. That's amazing. The embellishment is Lesage. But the problem with a Lady Dior or any structured handbag is, well, the hardware, like the silver stuff, costs a fortune. But this is from Raf Simons. So some of these designs for the handbags were Raf Simons, and this is another beaded Dior jacket. It's absolutely gorgeous. But you can see how jackets sag if they don't have enough structural layers in them. Anyway, back to the handbags. You have to have a special sewing machine to make a really structured handbag, and I'm not going to buy like a really expensive machine just to make handbags. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'll go with one of the organic, sort of more handmade looking ones, but these ones are gorgeous. The good thing about these ones here is that you can do I don't know how to describe it, but a really luxe, like that kind of embellishment is the kind that I love. And because the handbag is so structured and it's got that, the cardboard and the backing in there, you can do more beading on it. Whereas one like this, it's an easier shape to make just on a standard sewing machine, like a non-industrial sewing machine. But it doesn't have the structural integrity, so you can't put as much beading on there. So I don't know, I'll just have to weigh it up. I mean, you can do a couple of different designs, but if you see my jacket collection, you'll know or even my dresses, you know that I just like to find one thing that I like and then just go to town with all the colours and all the beading and all the, design experiments of just, find a silhouette and then just riff on that. So, I don't know. Anyway, it's something to think of when I'm doing all the hand stitching on the jackets that I'm just about to do. And hopefully I'll get done by the end of December. So, this is my banana Chanel. I love this one. It's so, I love the tweeds that are just, you look at them and you're like, boy, oh boy. This is another ugly one, the orange Chanel, and it ended up being this gorgeous, gorgeous jacket, which is one of my all-time favourite jackets in my collection. If you haven't seen my style episode where I talk about this jacket, yeah, I love it to bits. It's so beautiful. And it just means so much to me. All my jackets do. I like each of them for different reasons. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I hope there was some inspiration in this video somewhere, hiding under other things. Anyway, I am going to go make several tweed jackets, lots of hand sewing. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching and happy sewing.